take you back to a time when love was as precious as diamonds, where if you search you would find it. I know that times have changed, but
Who the hell agreed to this? This is the most rubbish idea I've ever seen. Who told you that you can proceed further with this? He roared, making the employees flinch. Sir, it was Secretary Wayan. She even allowed the research team to carry out an operation to see the possible scope for the new launch. His grip on the papers tightened, making them wrinkle around his grip. Start doing your work and completely forget about this stupid project. I'll talk to her. They bowed and left. Jungkook ran his fingers through his hair and scoffed. So now she started to take decisions without asking. Seems like you have no fear at all, Miss Kang Wayan. A little late you came in the office and saw your boss with whom you don't really have good relations, and if it's not about the money, you would have left this job the day he joined. He was sitting on the chair, legs crossed and eyes straight, glaring at you. You ignored him and came inside before taking out your phone. Mr. Smith has sent an invitation for his inauguration. Let's talk about what's important first. Your words paused in middle as he interrupted you in the middle that you hate the most about him. He unfolded his legs and got up. I'm talking about today's schedule. And I want to talk about the project that you agreed to as if you are the boss. Have you perhaps started to think of yourself the boss? You raised an eyebrow. What project are you talking about? He threw the papers towards you, and when you take a look, you try to control your anger and looked at him. 2 days ago, at 7:15 p.m., when you were on your way to home, I sent you a file and a note asking you to check it out, and you agreed to it within 5 minutes. I guess you are losing your memory, Mr. CEO, so I won't mind becoming the boss. Are you sure you did? Give me a proof. You took out your phone and showed him the email and the note attached to it. Jungkook was trying to accept this embarrassment, but too egoistic to admit. I hope now you know, and also, I'm not someone who takes decisions just relying on my employees. I work myself to make sure everything is just the way it should be. So you want to say I'm ignorant? He said, raising a brow while you shrugged your shoulders. You are saying this yourself. Jungkook's muscles tensed up. If you're satisfied, then can we go to the meeting? The team of researchers already there. He just glared at you for some time until you rolled your eyes. Come on, I know I'm beautiful, but that's not what we are here for. He let out a sarcastic laugh. Of course we are not. You didn't understand the meaning, but he already left from there. I find no loss in this project. It's actually good and can be beneficial if we follow the right steps. He took a look at Jungkook to see his reaction. Wayan, why don't you take this project in your hands? Lead the team because you know more than anyone else here about this topic. You smiled and nodded. It would be a pleasure. I'll give my best. You saw how Jungkook was staring you with the corner of your eyes. Jungkook, what are your thoughts about it? Only if the work is done perfectly, I have no problem. You try to control that mocking smile of yours. We trust Wayan. Both of your eyes met and you smirked at him. So much time has passed in the meeting and now it's over your working hours, but sadly there are no fixed working hours for the secretary. He purposely gave you a lot of work so that you won't be able to leave. When you first joined in here, there was another CEO who was actually good, but then one day you met a guy that was no other than John Jungkook, but you don't know him that time and yet you met into an argument with him. You said so many bad things to him and the next day that dude joined as a new CEO. From that day till now you guys try to pull each other's leg. There was a knock on the door and the manager came inside. He straight walked towards Jungkook's desk. Jill Entertainment is ready to invest to this project. They have sent some documents. Jungkook nodded and looked at him. Leave them here. The manager nodded and kept the file on the desk before leaving. Soon the whole building was empty except security guards and night shift workers, and they also work in other departments. It was silence everywhere and Jungkook couldn't hold himself. He never really stays without hearing your voice and he hates this silence between you both. Seems like you're extremely excited for this project. You lift up your face and looked at him. I'm always excited when the responsibility is on me. He scoffed in a mocking way, making your jaw clenched. What a poor girl. Do you think you can handle this project? You know he was trying to make you angry and unfortunately it's working. You were already pissed and now you can't handle a stupid conversation. Trust me, if you weren't my boss, You paused, decided to stay silent or else it would backfire you only. He raised his brow. Go on, Miss Kang. Say it. Finish the sentence. He replied with a grin. You are unhinged. You know that? You whispered under your breath, but he still seems to read your lips because the next second you hear him chuckling. The tattoo of his neck was visible under his loose tie. Oh really? Then leave. I'll work alone. You know what he means by that. Just because you are ridiculous doesn't mean I can't handle it. You know that you can't leave this job if you have to maintain that luxury lifestyle that you are living, and not to lie, you are obsessed with it. Handling him is not less than fun and you enjoy it. He suddenly stood up and walked up to you until your bodies nearly touched. Your heart was thumping inside your chest. You can handle this? His voice suddenly changed into more. What? You whispered as your heart started to race. This, he whispered into your ear, making you feel goosebumps all over your body. We might be enemies, Miss Kang, but this is where we aren't. You see the torment in his eyes, and then he says, maybe I should just fire you. This made your jaws clenched. He inherited this position, but you work on your own. You earned this position and lifestyle by your hard work, and you will never let anyone disrespect it. Even though you climbed ladders of success under him, but you worked for that too, and now you have given such an important project to guide that can set your future forever. Don't you dare, you said, gritting your teeth while his eyes roamed over your body before he lifted up his brow with a grin. Dare? Is there something else you dare me to do? Your heart beats fast as the desire finally took over. There was something you always wanted to know. Why he shows he hates you yet he doesn't? Why every time it's only you? I dare you to do what you want to me. What I know you have been wanting to do. He smiled as his tattooed hand wrapped around your neck and you felt his cold fingers on your warm skin. He gently pushed you against the wall. Do you really want to know that? Will you be able to handle? Or you just want me, huh? You swallowed without breaking eye contact with him. I've endured your bad attitude for so long. Do you know that I've never let any woman talk in front of me? But I'll let you say whatever you want. What do you want me to think about it? He came closer to your face, so close that it feels like he'll kiss you. I know how clever you are, and you already know that. You smirked, purposely trying to provoke him. And what if I say I don't know? He chuckled. Then we are alone here. I would willingly want to show it to you, he said as his eyes dropped on your lips. You pushed him and walked a few steps away before looking at him, as if it's that easy. Come on, Mr. John. If you are that desperate, go to the club. There are plenty of women who would want this. You sat on your desk before starting your work. He stood there looking at you for some time before moving to his desk. You have no idea what you have done to him. You could have told me this in the office too. Why did you call me at your house? You asked while he was busy buttoning his shirt. This guy literally got ready in front of you as if you are paying to watch him get dressed. I would have, but then I remember that someone told me I have a short memory, so I decided to let you know as soon as possible. You clenched your jaws. By the way, wanna have breakfast with me? I'm assuming that you skipped it, he said, walking towards the refrigerator. Yes, I skipped my breakfast because of you, but I'm fine. I don't need to have breakfast with you. You saw him smiling while taking out a bottle of milk. He closed the door before walking towards the table. You know how you sound like, as if you indirectly want to tell me that why not we go out for breakfast because I'm sure you are also tired of eating cereals with milk. You scoffed and rolled your eyes. You know what you sound like? He raised his brow. I would love to know. You sound like someone too desperate to get a woman. He laughed. Not any, but someone who exactly know what I sound like. You could feel heat rushing through your cheeks and heart beating. If you weren't my boss, I would have shown you what I would do if a guy flirted with me on my face. He laughed out loud at this time. So you are okay with me flirting with you, huh? Well, I would have never flirted with a woman who is not you. Both of you stayed there looking at each other. We are getting late. You stood up. Hold on, I can't function without food. This made you roll your eyes. Come on. I was just waiting for you guys. Come inside. You both bowed at Director John. Have a seat. You both sat on the couch while the secretary left to get coffees for you all. You called so urgently. Is everything okay, Dad? You looked at him confused because even you don't know why this sudden invitation from him. Mr. John laughed and nodded. Yes, everything is alright. I just wanted to tell you guys something, or more like want to appreciate for being so transparent and dedicated to work. He looked at you. Wayan, you are doing a great job. I decided to hand you this project because I believe you. I've seen a lot of progress in your performance and I'll be happy to see you working in this company for longer as you wish. You were surprised and happy, so many emotions at a moment. Jungkook also looked at you with a soft smile on his face. He was happy too, but of course he wouldn't want you to know. Thank you so much, sir. I'll never disappoint you. He got up and bowed. You never did, and I know you will never. John Company will hold a superpower if this project is a success, and we can be unbeatable. You have all the resources, support, and anything you want. Don't hesitate and give your best. Don't worry, Dad. Wayan has been the #1 employee from the very beginning. He looked at him stunned. This guy is actually praising you. It's not less than a miracle. No doubt. The coffee's arrived. You and Jungkook were going back home. He was driving, eyes focused on the road while lips slightly curled up into a smile because he knew how your eyes just fixed on him and he was enjoying it, so decided not to disturb you. Well, can I ask why I was being so praised by the boss who literally hated me? He slowly turned his face towards you and chuckled. Really? Who is that? You were trying not to blush or smile. He is pretending to not know anything right now. Well, if you are talking about me, then I don't know when this beautiful and innocent relationship of a boss and employee turned this way. Beautiful? Never. It was like this from the very first day. When you called me a F-boy and a womanizer, I don't clearly remember. Your face turned red in embarrassment. You clearly remember the day when he mistakenly spilled his coffee over your clothes and offered you help because he was genuinely sorry, but instead you said all the bad words to him and left from there after a fight with him. Seems like you forget that. He said when he saw you zoned out. Well, it wasn't my fault. You did something similar and also you look that way, so it was obvious. He raised his brow. So you see me as a F-boy, huh? You didn't say anything. Wow, then you should be scared of me sometimes. You scoffed. Never in my dreams. I don't come in dreams, baby girl. I'm a real man. I know how badly you want to experience those desires of yours on me, but let me tell you, it's not that easy. He laughed. So it's possible, huh? Your cheeks turned pink after realizing.